Audi shows us the future every single year, and then never sells it. Big lights, massive stages, dramatic music, crowds taking photos like they're witnessing history, and then nothing. The car disappears, the idea gets watered down, the future goes back into storage. China? China sells the future before we finish clapping. And once you see what I'm about to show you, I promise, you'll never look at concept cars the same way again. For decades, we were trained to fall in love with concepts. Auto shows taught us to accept waiting. This is just a vision. This is what's coming one day. Crazy interiors, floating screens, sci-fi steering wheels, and we all nodded like, yeah, sure, see you in 2035. And honestly, we were fine with that, because brands like Audi, BMW, Mercedes, they earned our patience. Heritage bought them time. But here's the uncomfortable truth no one wants to say out loud. Concept cars slowly became a distraction, a beautiful one, but still a distraction. While we were reposting renders and applauding ideas, something very different was happening on the other side of the world. China skipped the concept stage. Not reduced it, not simplified it. They skipped it. What used to be auto show fantasies are now driving on real streets, with license plates, real owners, and real prices. These aren't prototypes. These aren't one-off demos. These are production cars. And that's where everything changes. Look at the design first. This is usually where concepts die. Wild lighting? Gone. Radical proportions? Tamed. Interiors? Simplified into plastic. But with cars like Avat, Zeekr, and Huawei's Maestro, the production version looks almost identical to the original vision. The light bars stay, the aggressive lines stay, the futuristic faces stay. And I'm standing here like, wait, this is the one people can actually buy? No, this feature is for demonstration only. No, final version may differ. This is the final version. Now step inside, because this is where concepts were supposed to stay forever. Massive screens, lounge-style rear seats, ambient lighting that feels more like a private jet than a car, massage seats, executive seating, materials that don't feel experimental, they feel finished. This isn't a sketch, this isn't a dream, this is someone's daily commute. And here's the part that still blows my mind. The tech isn't just for show. The LiDAR isn't fake. The cameras aren't placeholders. The autonomous hardware isn't hidden behind promises. It's installed. It's calibrated. It's live. This is the stuff legacy brands tell us is 5 years away. China just put a license plate on it. So the obvious question becomes, how? This isn't magic. It's speed. Chinese automakers are vertically integrated in a way most Western brands simply aren't. Software, hardware, batteries, AI, it's all built together, not negotiated between 10 suppliers and 12 committees. Decisions get made fast, risks get taken, and failure isn't treated like brand suicide, it's treated like iteration. Meanwhile, Europe and the US aren't dumb. They're cautious, and honestly, for good reason. When you're a brand built on 100 years of reputation, every move feels dangerous. One bad product can stain decades of trust. Shareholders panic. Loyal customers complain. Heritage becomes both your crown and your handcuffs. So instead of shipping bold ideas, they show them. They tease. They promise. They delay. And that's why this moment feels so different. Because younger buyers, they don't care the way previous generations did. They grew up with tech that updates overnight. They expect progress, not patience. For them, luxury isn't just a badge, it's an experience. And when they see a car that looks like the future, feels like the future, and actually exists, the conversation changes. Some of you said in the comments that luxury is about heritage, and you're right. Emotion matters, symbolism matters, history matters. But here's the uncomfortable follow-up question. How long does heritage alone hold when execution catches up? Because concept cars used to show us the future. China turned the future into inventory. And the scariest part? This is only the beginning. Next, I'm breaking down the one Chinese luxury car that scares legacy brands the most, not because of price, not because of speed, but because of what it represents. Trust me, you're not ready.